Hi guys, my name is Keith Neurotis, known as the leader and superior of Club LASM, aka lover of animated shows and movies, and I'm here with Gilbert.
Learning with Pibby, learning is so fun.
And Alex, our newest member.
Hi, I got nothing.
I stepped on your toe, didn't I?
So first things first, how are we doing this lovely Tuesday afternoon?
Doing great, you know.
I'm doing okay as it can be.
Yeah, me too. I'm just waiting for the final 2 weeks of my semester to just be done with. I just wanted to be done with. I didn't want to get this over with because the past couple of weeks of April, I'm near on the brink of like having burnouts, losing my mind. I'm so far behind of editing. So I'm trying to get this out of the way. So with that said, we should get to the newest episodes, Newts and Tides, Fight or Flight, Amphibia. So since this is 2 segments, most likely our second to last final segment of the Amphibia season 3, which is the final season. Let's just get to the first segment, Newts and Tides, and then the second segment, Fight or Flight.
Newts and Tights. On a recon mission, Anne and Sprig confronts an old mentor. And that old mentor happened to be Trentonio Espada.
Way back from season 1B.
Way back. Sprig and Anne were spying, and then they see a little wagon get robbed by a bunch of literal Newts and Tights. kind of like Robin Hood and his merry men. And then they see Trentonio is playing the Robin Hood figure during the whole apocalypse setting. He just went ahead and made a gang for himself. And Anne and Sprig realizes that they need their help. So Anne tries to convince Trentonio, like, hey, why not join us? And why are you still doing this? Turns out Trentonio had a very hard life. Like, he was left in the streets, had to fend for himself, found the gang, but then the gang left him when they're trying to escape. But everybody in the band, they look up to Trentonio. Even Jojo Potato drew a cool picture of him.
I have to rewatch that episode to see what the picture looks like, cause.
And when the band finds a wagon, it turns out it was a trap. And they get captured, and the judge robot tries to crush them.
That was the only hilarious part of the segment, it's the judge robot.
The judge robot. And then, even though at first Trentonio, he runs away from the fight, or he runs away, look out for himself, he later comes back and saves them. After they recruited the merry band, they went back to the hideout, and then and turns out Sasha finds a room, or a door to a room. Nothing could open it except for the family book. They open the door, and they find just a regular old room and a letter.
Regular old room with a desk and with a letter.
She takes the letter, and it is near definite proof that Leaf was a planter.
Yeah. I wonder what's in the printer. Like what's in that letter? Why is Sprig hiding it? That's my only question. Why is Sprig trying to hide the letter?
Well, who knows? Maybe the letter did have no writing in it, but maybe it's one of those invisible ink kind of deal, kind of like in Gravity Falls. The point is that a new development in the story for Leaf. Since Amphibia's episodes are shorter than the Owl House, it's kind of hard for me to divest in the episode as much as I would in the Owl House.
Yeah, and I can honestly say that while trying to watch it, I was still shook. I was still traumatized from what I saw the Owl House. Well, I was trying to watch Amphibia, but all I can ever think about was the ending of the Owl House Hollow Mind.
Well, the Owl House is not the subject here. It is Amphibia. But I will say I do have a couple of favorite moments from that episode.
What is it?
Well, the week before the episode came out, I said, "Ooh, we're gonna have a song number," just like in Men in Tights. That did not happen in the episode, but they did wear very tight tights.
Oh my god!
I mean, seriously, you could look at their calves. I mean, those Newts have been working out. Another thing that kind of surprised me a bit is the kid who voices Jojo Potato. The voice of Jojo Potato is Archie Yates, who plays Yorkie in Jojo Rabbit. He didn't play the main kid in the movie, but he did star in the movie. I like Yorkie in that movie. He's a very lucky character. Like, all the bad crap is happening, somehow Yorkie makes it out okay. Alex, do you have a favorite moment in the episode?
I guess I would say the judge robot.
The judge robot. It does look pretty cool, like a cool looking transformer. And apparently, I've learned that Sprig is not great at jokes. Like when he was talking to Little Louise, like, why do you call you Little Louise? You're big. That's the joke. I don't get it.
Yeah, it's like he doesn't get what jokes is. Like, not yet. Even when he just came back from Earth, he still doesn't get what a joke is.
It's pretty sad if you think about it. I mean, his version of a joke is him looking like he's being eaten alive by a skeleton of a predator. That's in the first episode.
Yeah, I still remember that first episode to this very day.
But it does make me wonder when everything bad is happening, and the people in Amphibia will look in the sky and say, "Leave us alone, Matt Braley."
I sometimes always fear for the worst. Like, whatever Matt Bradley's gonna throw at us, it's gonna be pretty much the most unexpected pain that we're going to feel all week long.
Speaking of unexpected, our next episode is Fight or Flight. Anne tries to rescue an old friend from one of King Andrews' robot camp. Aurelian's food is being stolen. Anne, Sprig, Sulky Joe, and Loggle tries to find out what it was, and it turns out it was Domino 2. That giant cat moth thing stealing all the food to feed the little babies.
And I was surprised that your prediction actually came true. Like, let's say if it was Domino, but apparently it came true. Domino 2 actually...
Yes, literally hours before the episode release, we were in the group chat, and you were asking, "Hey, who do you think this friend would be?" And I just took a freaking shot in the dark, and I said, "Domino?"
I didn't know that actually came true.
And I was almost half serious at the time. Going back to the summary, Domino 2 gets captured by the robots and forced to power up the station. And she feels that she had a connection with Domino 2, despite everything that has happened. And she's gonna try to rescue her. Meanwhile, the people of Workwood were forced to take care of all of the kittens that Domino 2 had. And lots of people, unsurprisingly, thought that they were little monsters. But then everybody started getting attached to them. Started with Wally. Wally really loved the kitten.
Yeah, how did they all of a sudden go from hating them to all of a sudden just being attached to them? It's never in my life had that happen in a matter of seconds.
I mean, they're just like cute little kittens. They kind of forget what they are when they get bigger. It's like when you look at a baby dino and they look really cute, but they get older, they can shred your face off. Anne and Sprig managed to get into the cage and free Domino. And yes, it is true. Anne really did have a connection with Domino. Domino even kept one of that little toy that Anne gave her.
Wow.
That was really sweet. That is like unimaginably adorable.
I know, right?
And then and then Sprig was getting attacked by these other killer moths, and then Anne was riding Domino 2, kind of like in How to Train Your Dragon, and started freeing them from their confinement. And Domino 2 managed to call out a huge roar, stopping them. It turns out Domino 2 is the alpha killer moth. With Anne and Domino 2 being connected, in turn, Anne is now like, I guess, with connection with Domino 2, has control over the killer moths, giving the rebellion an advantage. I was looking for the word. Giving them an advantage.
I think you saw the poster. I think someone said something about Amphibia leaks. I was wondering if the leak was on the poster. The recent poster that we saw.
Well, I'm not sure if I can talk about the poster per se. But I will say this out of the two episodes, Newton Tides and Firefly. I will say I like Firefly better.
Me too. I like the fighter.
Mainly because I like Domino 2 better than the other guy.
I'm surprised Domino 2 actually does remember, and after being separated for how long?
Alex, you have anything to say?
No, not really.
I feel like me and Keith are the only ones talking here. I mean, no offense here. No. Just I'm just like I'd like to hear more from other people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
which is
yeah,
why
I
I'm
get
still
it.
having auditions to like bring in some more people to speak. Like I really need more speakers.
Yes, we encourage more people to come on here and speak your mind about these about the subjects. We're hoping we plan to do more movies and shows after Amphibia and the Owl House ends.
Okay, alright.
You mean like only when Owl House? I mean, the Owl House is on the season 2 finale, and Amphibia is on the final episode.
That is of course what I meant. What I meant was after the season of the Owl House and Amphibia the show ends. Either way, we'll be during the hiatus. We would love to talk about other.
Alright.
Yeah,
Yeah, that sounds good.
yeah. My favorite part is pretty much gotta be when the people was immediately just so attached to these kittens. Like, how is that possible? Happened in a matter of seconds.
Well, remember Hop Pop when he was complaining about pets, and it turns out he loved that little tarantula they used to have.
Charlie Big Bottoms.
It's very hard for. I mean, if I was there, I'd probably be mesmerized by those little kittens too. and I forget for a moment that they grow up to be monsters. It's very. But you look at these animals and they're cute. Like you see a baby cub, like you see a bear cub. They're so cute and precious, and you forget for a moment that they turn into full-grown, beasts. They could tear your limbs off. Not to say the monsters, but they can be dangerous.
Yeah.
Another example is when I was rewatching Dragon Prince. Compared to Baby Zim, like he's just so adorable, and then I just gonna have to accept the fact that he's going to become like the giant, complete dragon. Like you saw most of the dragons on the show.
And even then, there's even a story in mythology where Yermagander, he wasn't always so big. He was just like a little long snake. But when they threw him in the water, he eventually grew to engulf the world. Wow. Imagine that tiny little snake, and he grew up to be such a humongous monster. So yeah, sometimes it can be hard to not see these animals as cute and forget that they do grow up. But I will say, in regard to my favorite part, yes, one of my favorite part is Domino, remembering Anne and having a little toy. But my other favorite part is, as you mentioned, Keith, when they were taking care of the little kittens, and Wally, when he saw them, it's like, oh no, I wasn't doing anything with them. I was just practicing my accordion. And he was using the little kitten, just like a silly cartoon.
Well, how would you rate both of the episodes, like the entire episode?
Newts and Tides, I give that a 7, mainly because I still don't like that guy. I do not like that guy one bit. And Fight or Flight, I will give that an 8.
Well, me, Newts and Tides / Fight or Fight, both of them, I'll make a combined of 7.8 out of 10. How about you, Alex?
I would say I choose to do like a 1 out of 5, 1 to 5 scale.
All right. So, what's your rating for either of them, 1 to 5?
Newts and Tights, I would have to give a 4 out of 5.
Pretty high.
And then the Firefly, I'd have to give. I have to give a 5 out of 5.
Okay. So it sounds like it's kind of consistent. We both view these episodes highly, but Firefly obviously like number 1 there.
Yeah, I think that's something we were agreeing on here.
So it looks like Firefly is the stronger of the 2 episodes. With that said, next episode of Amphibia, The 3 Armies, which kind of reminds me of the title, Battle of the 5 Armies in that Hobbit movie. Never saw that, but I want to. I don't care what anyone says. Anne and Sasha must convince the frogs, newts, and toads to work together. And beginning of the end. The final battle begins. This will be the final. I believe this may be the final 11-minute long episode of the series.
Yes,
Yeah.
I told you before that this episode, Newts and Tides Fight or Flight, will be the final heartwarming episode. It's like the calm before the storm. And then the 3 Armies / the beginning of the end is the final segment of the Amphibia. Whereas Matt revealed to us, the audience, that the beginning of the end, the second segment, will be even longer. So most of the cartoons were 11-minute segments, but the beginning of the end will be a longer segment. For how, I don't know how long that long will be segment. Could it be like 15 minutes? Because an average cartoon with a segment will have 11 minutes. So could it be a longer segment that is 15 minutes? We don't know how long.
Could be.
Yeah, because
this has been very. It was very fun to talk with you all, and we'll see you again next week for the Owl House and Amphibia.
Yes, me too. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Click on the notification bell so that way you won't miss out on the animation content. With that said, I bid you peace. Bye! Say bye, everyone. Say bye.
Bye-bye!
Alright, I'll see you guys on Saturday. Hopefully Saturday everyone can be there.